Yes. Imagine a credit card rewarding my lifestyle. Bank of St. Lucia Visa credit card for everyday people, everyday moments.
You're locked on to the nation's best.
That's why when I had work there, is 101.1 RCI, the best station ever.
What have we done? RCI 101, number one.
Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Youth Unplugged, brought to you by the Bank of St. Lucia. That is all the bank that you need. I'm joined today with Mr. Kyle Ernest, a longtime friend of mine, fellow Samarian, and a musician at that too. Good afternoon, Kyle. How are you?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm good, my brother. It's been quite a while.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, and I feel like I've been having a lot of SMC-oriented people over the past few weeks. I mean, SMC has Talfest coming up sometime this month, and I'm so happy to have you here, a fellow Samarian and a past student, someone who had some impact in Talfest back in 2015. That's the best year of Talfest.
Best year for sure.
Yeah, they like to say every year is better.
But you know, 2015 was the year.
No. We came for them. We shelled down, and I mean, that's one for the books. Anybody who went to that Talfest, you could probably tell me something about it. But I think that was a great year.
Yeah, man, for sure.
All right. Kyle, it's fantastic having you here. I mean, I always like to interview people that I know, and I know some part of their journey, and I think that your journey is quite remarkable as well. So let's highlight that a little bit. So the people who don't know Kyle Ernest, tell me a little bit about Kyle Ernest.
No problem.
I know your middle name, eh?
Don't tell them.
Sylvanus. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah. Kyle was in my Form 1 class, people. We were in class from Form 1 to Form 3. Yeah. So that's a good friend of mine.
Definitely.
So let's talk.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess I have to state my full name now. My name is Kyle Sylvanus. So that's
Thank you. Thank you. Start right there.
Yeah, I'm 25 currently. Trying to be a professional guitarist. Trying.
Now I think you are. Yeah, I don't want to say trying. We ain't trying.
I appreciate that. But yeah, man, it's been cool so far. Good journey. I've been playing guitar for, I think this year makes 8 or 9 years. 8 or 9 years I've been playing the guitar. It's been
it's a long time.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a good run.
Kyle, let me tell you something. You were not always a guitarist, so I know you're a swimmer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You could have been a national swimmer.
Yeah.
At that too. But you decided to go into the guitar. What inspired you to go into that direction?
Well, I've always been in love with music from a very, very young age. My father and his family, they were very much into music. My father is a singer. My uncles are musicians. One is a very good guitarist, so I always was exposed to the music from that young age. But my father's like, he doesn't want me to get too into the music because he wants me to focus on school, which I agreed with at the time. I don't think at that age I had that level of discipline.
No, you didn't have it. I didn't have it either. Then we were trying for what we were trying to say. Anybody in SMC that I could tell, Kyle, you're on the bench. On the bench, right? And for one reason or another, our Form 1 class was very troublesome. A lot of noise on that block there. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, but the discipline was not there at the time.
The discipline wasn't there at the time. It was my father could have seen that, so he told me, just focus on school and whatnot. And at the time, I started swimming from like 3 years, so I only really took swimming professionally when I turned like 11. I started swimming competitively, and I represented St. Lucia a few times at a few swim meets and whatnot. And then I kind of cooled off a bit in Form 4, I believe, to more focus on CXC. And
well, I know about that. Trust me, I know about that.
Yeah. So I did that, and it was around that period, that time frame, my father actually gifted me with a guitar at 16. Yeah, it was around 16, and then from there I started taking the guitar
very seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. So normally when people start playing an instrument, you probably go to Music Man, and if you like music, where you can do little lessons on your guitar. I mean, you could have gone to the School of Music, or probably you start playing in the church, because most musicians in St. Lucia will tell you they started playing music somewhere in the church, or they're probably part of a pan group or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What was your start? Where did you start off?
YouTube.
YouTube. I'm happy you say that. I'm happy you say that. People like to say that you're not on YouTube full of nonsense. YouTube full of great information, you know.
Let me tell you, when I started, it was such a passion that I didn't notice I had. I would get up, obviously get my schoolwork out of the way.
Obviously.
Then,
okay, let's be real. Let's be real.
I tried to get my schoolwork out of the way, right? And then from there, I would spend like, let's say maybe 8 or 9 hours just on the guitar. I'd be up like 2 o'clock in the morning, just going through YouTube, practicing stuff, and eventually started like looking into buying 1 or 2 courses online just to, you know, enhance or improve on my skill. And then that's been it. But I haven't gone to school of music or anything like that. It's more
so essentially, okay, so you have me biting my tongue there now. All right. So let me ask you. So can you read music at all?
I actually cannot read music.
Wow.
I play by ear.
Can you just drop a big bomb in the place there? I tell you, you just drop down there, and now I feel like the place hot. All right. So you can't read music,
Can't
right?
read music.
Cannot read music.
Nah.
So you ever watch Drumline, the movie with Nick Cannon?
Yes.
Is that movie with Nick Cannon? He could have just played the drums.
Yeah.
And he couldn't read any music.
Anything,
right? And at the end of it, Cannon started reading the music.
Right.
It's so often that I can see that coming for you.
Yeah, it's in
the works.
It's in the works.
Kylie, watch me, making me smile, you know. You're making me smile because I start calling you Nick, right? So for the rest of the interview, is Nick.
It's Nick.
All right, Nick. So what about some of the challenges you face starting up getting into music? I mean, you probably break a few
many strings,
you know,
many
going to buy a string guitar.
For me, I felt the hardest thing for me was really my fingertips, because I started learning on an acoustic guitar, and it's actually a little harder to play an acoustic guitar than an electric guitar. So
the acoustic is the kind of...
It's the one that you could play without plugging it into an amp.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's those loud box guitars. Yeah.
You think everybody...
They think everyone started.
You have an amp, you have a little thing, you have a little thing. You're moving like George Jones, you can share Western, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, boy. But yeah, gee, that's what I had. And let me tell you, when you start playing guitar, you have to build calluses in your fingers, in the tips of your fingers. So there would be times where I can't even press my fingers down because of how sore they were, or they're bleeding sometimes. And that's just the process you have to go through. I mean, granted, you can't take breaks to prevent these things from happening, but because I was just at it.
When you're enthusiastic, you tend to go the extra mile.
Go the extra
so
mile.
So the fingers bleeding, you feel it no way, you're just saying up and well, I take it that because I'm determined.
Yeah.
But still, I didn't see that because again, we went to afternoons together. Whilst I was struggling doing my biology and my chemistry, I used to see you walking all around the school doing your thing because what were you doing at SAF? Digital media.
Digital media, sociology, entrepreneurship,
Okay, so you see, at that time, you're probably saying you want to be a businessman. You understand?
Yeah.
What do we say? What do you think?
Yeah,
right? Still at that time, you don't think you're going to be a full-time musician.
A full-time musician, nah.
See, I tell you.
Yeah.
That's the difference there. And still, you went to SMC, did business subjects at CXC, I would imagine.
Yeah, I did social studies, I did PE, I did literature, I did biology. Yeah, I did biology. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you wouldn't remember me.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't come to class. No, but I mean, it's very interesting because I think that I had a similar journey. I don't say the same thing, but in Form 4 around that time, that 16-year-old mark is when which was probably 15 for me, I started playing music professionally.
Right.
You understand? Yeah. And at the time, it was literally trying to balance off trying to pass your CXC because your mother pays CXC for you.
Let me say,
8 subjects, 10 subjects, you had to try to pass the CXC. And it was a struggle for me because I remember I started working at Rhythm FM, Blazing FM at the time, and it was very difficult for me to balance
it too.
Going and playing the radio sometimes on the weekend as a young DJ. I was the youngest DJ in St. Lucia radio at the time.
I remember.
That is, it's a long time now. That's 2014, 2015. You understand? So it's a while. And trying to go to school. And then when I got to South Africa, it got even more difficult
Right.
because
Yeah.
I would be on the radio every Friday, every Saturday, and whatever it was. And then I have exams, I have assignments to do, I have labs. And at that time, I start playing out.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
playing
so-
in Rodney Bay, Graffiti, and these little clubs. I think at the weekend, and I have to come back and do some work.
Right.
So
right.
it's a difficult thing. And you were
Yes.
able to balance it off. At South Louis,
Yeah.
doing a little bit of your music, and of course, doing your academics as well.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to hear that.
I respect my
Yeah,
brother.
happy to hear
Respect.
that. All right. So currently, where do you frequent in terms of your gigs and playing, etc.? Because I know you're a big time guitarist. Well, I'll come to that.
I would say I'm a big time guitarist.
No, you're a
I'm
big
trying
time
to do
guitarist. You're a big time
something, you know?
guitarist. I see you Oktoberfest playing serious guitar. Right? I saw you Carnival playing serious guitar. You understand? Just drop the bomb first. Just drop.
I'm in terms of big events, I'm very frequent with the band called DYP.
Yeah, just drop it. Just drop it. Just drop it. See, you had Columbia Red this year.
Yes, I was at Calamari.
I'm telling you had big people party the other day.
I was at Big People.
Oh, I tell you, yes, that's what just drop the bomb. You're there. You're playing around,
tried something,
playing
you
with the
know?
most. Let me not say that word. But it's one of the best bands in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
One of the best bands in St.
Best
Lucia.
party bands.
The
yeah.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. The best part. How was that journey been for you so far?
It was. I did not see it happening, to be honest, because when I really started playing out per se, I wasn't really big on the soca music.
Mhm.
I was playing in church. I was doing a lot of crusades, a lot of gospel concerts and whatnot.
Crusades.
Yeah. So, when my church have some gatherings and they're like, yeah, we'd like you to play and whatnot, I'd be like, cool. And it was actually Tedison John who spoke to one of the leaders of DYP called Penn. And he referred me because Penn was looking for a guitarist.
We know. I know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So Penn reached out to me. I think this year made 2 years I'm with DYP. So he reached out to me and he's like, yeah, we want you to do an audition and let's see what's going on. So I did the audition, nervous because I didn't know what to expect. It was like a new playing field for me. But the audition turned into a rehearsal. So I did the rehearsal. He was just like, okay, cool. See you at the next rehearsal. So I'm like, that's it.
He then smiling at
Yeah.
you. Actually, all
But
deep out.
I didn't know if he liked it or not because Penn was looking at me like, yeah, okay, cool. Like he didn't seem that impressed. I was like,
unimpressed at
okay.
the time. Okay.
So, but then gradually, as things began to glue together, I noticed like, okay, he likes the quality or the color I'm adding to the band, and from there it's been 2 years.
That sounds fantastic. I mean, that's trust me. That you make it sound so simple, because
It's a lot of work. But,
yeah, no, you make it sound simple because sometimes musicians listen and say, "But hey, boy, I should go and look to the joint DYP." Now, there's a little swagger that comes with it. I mean, yeah, DYP in the building. No, you don't know. No, you know what's coming.
Yeah,
you know
what's coming.
You know what's coming. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm happy because now I have a partner. You understand? I went to school.
Yeah.
Sat down. You see, play. I go to a party. I have my partner there.
Yeah, your
you
partner
understand?
there. Yeah, man,
No, I'm
yeah,
telling you, that is something that is, that's remarkable.
Yeah,
You know, and
it's a
if somebody tell you that, I think you big up yourself.
Respect my brother.
All right,
Appreciate
big up
that.
yourself.
Appreciate
Okay.
that.
Some questions.
Yeah,
They're
talk to me, my bro.
difficult, but
No problem. Talk to me.
it's difficult, but it's simple things, right? How would you describe the music that you typically create now? Because from what I understand, apart from you playing for a band,
Yeah.
you even created music too. For a man that carried music, right? Big songs, and you go tell me about the songs.
So, I mean, it's me just being a small part of something bigger, I feel, to be very honest, because it's through me playing and, speaking to very talented producers like Miguel, like Swain. Miguel, if you guys don't know, is Vibes Production. He creates a lot of great songs. Alpha Ale, just to name a few. I could go on and on, but I don't think we have time. But it's through meeting these guys. They're like, hey, do you have any equipment at home to record? And I do have a small studio in my room. So I would just send stuff to the guys, and then in tutus I'm hearing, okay, you your guitars are on Soca Legislation with Teddy St. John, or your guitars are on Feeling Irie with Alpha Ale, or your guitars are on Show with Ezra the Fun Machine.
You just name dropping there for me. You understand? So again, I'm feeling good because you know what? I like Feeling Irie. It's a great tune.
Yeah,
you
it's a
understand?
very
I
lovely
love
song,
Show
definitely.
because
Yeah.
Yeah,
man, that's a nice song to hold somebody.
But
You get a nice
you
slow
take a
wine
nice,
on.
you understand?
Yeah,
Around Carnival
yeah,
time, the
yeah,
girls,
yeah.
that's a good song. You understand? It was just in Dominica.
Yeah,
And imagine your
yeah.
music traveling.
Traveling, yeah,
You
yeah.
say you're not there.
Yeah, I
and at the
wasn't there,
same
but
time,
you know,
at the same time,
in the
it's
music,
good to hear
yeah.
your music
Yeah.
outside. It's good to hear people enjoying your music,
Yeah,
and you have had a very good year.
It's been a very good year. I've there are other songs, but I honestly just can't really remember them right now. But to just list again, it would be Feeling Irie, you know, Show, Soca Legislation. When it really hit me and like reality kind of set in was throughout Carnival this year, because I'm playing on the truck with DYP for Fusion Mass, big up Fusion Mass, and the song started playing, and I'm like, everyone is vibing to it. It really gives you some sort of enjoyment and
You go smile.
appreciation.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, when you see people appreciate and enjoying the music that you put something towards. The guitars on them were, I didn't really think much of it. It's just something that I enjoyed doing. I didn't think of, well, yeah, that's to get people dancing, is to enhance the music or bring off the flavor that they
But
want.
God,
So
in Feeling Irie, the song just came back to my mind. At the
Right.
start of the song, you literally start off the song.
yeah, essentially. Well, it's actually two of us who play guitars on
on the song?
Feeling Irie. There's another guy called Zach Popo who's on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he plays. I think he's the one that
Starts
starts
off.
But then closer, well, in the chorus is when my guitars
Yeah,
are
okay.
in there. Yeah.
Okay, well, I go
yeah.
go and play the tune
Yeah.
before we disappear.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Off air, you told me that you think that social media has had a huge part to do with your success and, of
Yes.
course, the modern day musician,
Yeah.
right? How do you feel that the internet has affected the business or has affected music in general?
And so I feel like music is such an important factor in everyone's everyday life, and the internet has really glued everything together in making music easily accessible for everyone. So I always like and ensure that I big up this person, because he is and he has been setting a very good standard for us as young musicians in St. Lucia. His name is Dwight. I know you know Dwight. Let's look at his story, for instance. Dwight started playing guitar, and he was using social media a lot. Instagram was his best friend. He started posting many videos showcasing his talent, showcasing what he can do, to the point where he's landed touring gigs with Morgan Heritage. You know, that's something huge. You don't really hear something
Yeah,
like
man,
that
for
for
sure.
a St. Lucian musician. So, you know, that in itself goes to show you how powerful social media is. Even with me, for instance, because I took notes from him and I started posting my own videos as well. And it's through doing that you get links. People see what you're doing. Penn, when he got me with DYP, also looked at my stuff on Instagram. Miguel, Vibes Productions, Alpha, all of these guys, they are looking at these things on social media, even going beyond them to me dealing with some producers in the States. And it even went so far to where I actually spoke with Black. I don't know if you know Black, who's in the States.
Yes.
He's the artist. I've spoken with Black, and I send guitar loops to him. And when he has an idea for a guitar loop I send to him, he'll probably hit me up, make a song out of it. There's nothing in the pipeline as yet, but the connection has been established.
So when you see a
So-
big thing come out, yeah, I'll be ready for it.
Yeah, for sure. So social media, definitely. I would encourage anyone who's trying to take music professionally or try to get themselves out there to really use social media, not as just social media, but use it as a tool to propel what you're trying to bring forth.
And I think a lot of musicians need to use the social media, because
Definitely.
you could be
That's
a
the way the
DJ
world
as
is.
well.
Exactly.
Social media is everything.
Do you remember what happened COVID? You sure? You
Bro,
saw what
I'm telling you,
happened
COVID
all those lives.
The COVID lives, that's what the entertainment was.
That's what the
The
entertainment was,
mixes
bro.
on YouTube,
Yes,
I mean, that's
yes.
what the entertainment,
Yeah.
up to now it's still there. You understand?
Exactly,
Every
yeah.
weekend people getting ready for the young brother,
Yeah,
drops every
that's
weekend,
right.
part 19, part 18.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes here in St. Lucia we could probably have something
Definitely.
similar.
Of course.
We
Of
we
course.
took a while to get onto things like live mixes, for example.
Exactly,
I
yes.
remember when I was studying in Barbados, that's something that you'd hear in the bus all the time. In Trinidad as well, in the bus all the time.
yeah.
And it was strange for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I came back home and then it started to pick up around here.
Right.
I said, but it took a
Yes,
long
it took
time.
a long time.
It took a
Yes,
long time. And I
yes,
think
yes.
sometimes we're a little bit backwards in that regard, but I think we can do a lot.
We can do
and
a
we
lot,
are still
yeah.
doing a bit in
Yeah,
that
man.
respect.
Yeah,
So,
man.
big up you.
Hey,
You
respect,
understand?
my bro.
Yeah, big up you. Big up you. All right, Kyle, one more question for you. Not a difficult one, but
Mm-hmm.
for the places that you have performed,
Right.
what do you think is the biggest stage thus far?
The biggest stage for me was this year at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.
Your jazz?
Yeah,
I didn't see your jazz.
yeah, I was there.
Oh, yeah.
I performed 3 out of the 4 or 5 nights they had.
Really?
Yeah, Kingdom Night, which was the gospel night. I performed with Emran Henry.
Very nice.
The Afro night was with KO and Michael Robinson.
I was there that night.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the last night, which was the celebration, I performed with Ace Lopter.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
A lot.
Because that night, that Afro night, that show was packed.
That show was
That show was very packed.
That show was packed. But
we had the tens of thousands there.
yeah. It was huge. When I walked on the stage and I'm seeing just like a wave of people in front of me. I mean, I actually got used to seeing that thanks to DYP. You know, it's really the little things that kind of prepare you for the big stuff. And not to say that DYP is little, but with all the experience, DYP gets large events to play at as well. And I definitely used to have stage fright. Stage fright used to...
a little meeting.
Yeah, I bursting strings on the stage. I'll give you a little insight. My worst show.
I was about to
was-
ask you about your wish
Yeah,
show.
yeah. Let me tell you, my worst show was it Color Me Red last year? Well, it was a show and we were backing up Voice. Voice was
I think that's family.
Family.
That's family.
That's it. Family. And Voice was there. And bro, I burst 4 out of the 6 strings that I had on
So
my
you
guitar.
play?
I had to fake it.
You had to fake it.
I had to fake it
Yeah,
till I
I
make
did.
it. I didn't fake it. I just had to make it work with the 2 strings. You know? I had to make it work with the 2 strings. But my nerves really got the best of me that day because I'm strumming. And you know, obviously, with anything you apply pressure to, it can boost it. I was applying way too much pressure when I'm strumming, and the strings were just boosting one by one. My E string boost, then the B boost, then the G boost, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So when I was done, let me tell you, when I was done, Penn spoke to me and he said, you need to take a step back now, evaluate yourself when you're on the stage and see what is causing that. You need to be able to be in control of yourself. And that kind of, stayed with me, especially my father as well, because I've spoken to my father multiple times about these things, and he's always like, you just need to be in control. What you can't control, control it. What you can't control, just let it be. I started rocking with that mentality, and especially with you playing stuff over and over again, the more you play something, the more comfortable you get with it. Eventually, it got to the point where I was just like, okay, it's another show, let's kill it. I wasn't focused on me playing something off or whatnot. I came to enjoy myself and enjoy the music. So when I got on the stage for the Afro night, it was just, all right, let's do this.
I like
have
to hear
some
that. I like to hear that because honestly, it took me a while as well
Yeah.
to get over
Yeah.
stage fright. And I'll give you an example. I played for a lot of years whilst I worked at Rhythm FM, and they would obviously have events every Christmas or whatever, and I would be, trust me, I'd be nervous. I mean, playing for sometimes 2,000, 3,000 people.
Yeah,
And eventually
yeah.
it got to the point where I would play for Colin Red back in 2018, 2019, etc. And the crowds would have been bigger.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah, for sure.
And at that point, it's like, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
What are going on there? No, I'm serious. You see a young person there about it. You don't think, no, I'm nervous. Trust me.
Of
You know,
course
I
you
am
will, of
nervous to pick up the mic
Yeah.
sometimes and talk. It was a thing that I would be really, really afraid. And I had a
Yeah.
great experience one time with Scotty, and that was
okay.
at a
Yeah.
show with Glenn Washington a lot of
Okay.
years ago. I think
Wow.
Spockfest or something like that.
Okay.
And
Nice.
Scotty brought me on to host the show with him.
Okay.
And after that, I sort of found a voice, and I found I was able to do it.
To do it,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
because he
yeah,
brought
yeah.
me on, and I was walking the stage, commanding the stage. It was really
mhm.
interesting, even a lot of reading and so forth. But
Nice.
still, I was able to do it then.
Yeah.
The fright just disappeared.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
from
yeah,
then,
yeah.
I never had a problem speaking on stage.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, so I understand what you
Yeah.
you say.
It really is just you two just taking command and being relaxed with what you're doing, and a sense of familiarity as well, and you're good from there. So,
Yeah. We're running out of time. So let me ask you one more big question.
Talk to me.
What's next for you, Kyle? Now think about it. Think about it. What's next? The year is coming to an end. Christmas coming up. So what's next for you?
I actually do have a few plans that I'm trying to get going in terms of me actually releasing my first single. I'm working on trying to release a song, and
You singing?
no, not
Just-
singing.
just-
just me
just
and the
guitar.
guitar. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you
it's
get
giving Boo Hinkson, you know.
that. I was just going
Yeah,
to say
yeah.
you get maybe a modernized Boo Hinkson, maybe.
Nah, but you know.
So
So what name we going here?
Kyle Ernest.
Kyle Ernest.
Yeah, just Kyle Ernest. No fancy name.
No fancy name.
Yeah,
You
just-
know Boo Hinkson, they can just call him Boo.
Yeah.
So I just call him Kyle.
You can just call me Kyle.
All right.
So it's releasing a song. I actually do have plans on going ahead and finishing off my pilot license as well. So because these are my two passions at the moment,
Sure.
is flying and music. So I want to try and get my license finished.
Just now you're
off
flying
and-
to your own gigs. You don't know how
that
to-
might be
you
the
don't-
case.
you
That might
don't-
be the case. Yeah. That might be the case. But I am trying to, I wouldn't say deviate, but I'm trying to broaden my horizon in terms of not just being a guitarist who's backing up artists. I have no problem with that. I actually really love doing that. But I've always wanted to release my own music. So I'm slowly beginning to go down that path in terms of releasing my own songs. Maybe a little next year, if things are working out nicely, maybe drop an album or something. But to go into maybe a solo artist
I'm
vibe.
definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, right.
You know, because
Respect.
guitar is something that you could sit down and listen to.
And listen
Just
to,
like
yeah.
a trumpet or a saxophone. You could sit down and listen to
it.
these things.
That's what I do at the hotels at the
yeah,
moment.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's fantastic. I mean, big up yourself 100%.
Respect,
Again, I keep saying I didn't see that coming. It was only around 2019, 2020. I actually saw Kyle out and about. And anybody who knows Kyle or knew Kyle in that period, 2020, 2015, when we went to St. Mary's College, you probably wouldn't say Kyle would be a musician, you know, because I was in the pan group from Form 1 to Form 5.
yeah.
Kyle never came and played
Yeah,
pan.
never.
You know, that was never part of your
Yeah.
personality at the time. And in a few years, you made that good turnaround. So I always want to say big shout outs to you. I mean,
you, my
doing a
friend.
great
Thank
job,
you.
and I want to see you continue and explode. Just reach to the top. And
Yeah, of course,
you know, next time you're in a big gig, if you hold the mic, just shout your boy.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah,
I got you.
Just shout you. All right, Kyle wants to say thank you so much for coming in today.
Not a problem.
I
It's been a
mean,
pleasure.
you from Blog is coming to the tail end. You have about 3 or 4 more
minutes.
shows
Oh,
till the year
shows.
end.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm coming up to
Okay.
my 2-year anniversary
Nice.
doing Youth
Congrats to you,
Unplugged.
bro.
And I just want to say thanks to RCI, of course. Thanks to the
Yes,
Bank
of
of St.
course.
Lucia. That's all the bank you need. If you're not at Bank of St. Lucia, Kyle, I don't want you there, but I need you. I need you there. There's a difference in wanting
I
and
need it.
needing.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
you at the Bank of St. Lucia. Check out the Bank of St. Lucia people for your home sweet home mortgage, and of course, check them out for your debit card, your the
Yeah.
credit card.
Of course.
You know, you need to
Yeah.
swipe. You know,
You need
these
to
days
swipe.
we are
You
using
need to
cash.
tap.
We tap in, we swipe in,
Yeah.
we put in our. We need to do that.
Yeah,
You understand? Some of the most accessible ATMs on island. That's the Bank of St. Lucia. So people, get to the Bank of St. Lucia. This has been another edition of Youth Unplugged, brought to you by the Bank of St. Lucia, all the bank you need. My name is Khalidd Vidal. I will see you guys again next week for another edition of Youth Unplugged.
Finally, a card for everyday living. Bank of St. Lucia Visa Credit Card. Everything